Hello everyone and welcome to ESO Weekly's Shoddy Talks for March 4th, which is a Monday.
That it is.
Yes sir, so before we go on into the questions and all that jazz, we just wanted to bring up, in case you were like living under a rock and didn't know, but
or if you have one of those things called lives.
Yeah, whatever those are. They have announced the whole beta thingies. They have a whole article on their website, your beta questions answered, and they have said that they will start announcing or giving out beta invitations at the end of March, which means...
Did you like how they released this announcement? I think it was literally
Friday.
within an hour that we published the video on Friday.
They love to announce stuff right after we publish stuff.
Totally not intentional, I hope.
I doubt it, but
because you know it revolves around the ShoddyCast.
Yeah, I mean everything has to do with us when it comes to ESO. But anyways, they will start sending them out towards the end of March, which means they probably won't start opening up the first beta event probably until the first weekend of April, if not the second. So we still have some time.
Yeah. Except they already invited. There's people in there right now. Friends and family. Test on February 28th.
Yeah. What about, we're not friends?
I've always considered us friends.
I thought we were pals, Max. What happened there?
I always considered us close, but fine.
But anyways, they also say that beta events will usually be on the weekends. There's only going to be like a few hours of a window to go and access the game. They also go into about how they pick out the testers and what they expect from us.
What do they expect from us?
Feedback, basically. They want as much data as they can from all of their beta testers.
Fair enough.
And then basically I just wanted to close this little segment out by making sure that you read the emails carefully and don't start clicking on any links you get through emails, because now that beta has been announced that they will be sending out invitations, there's going to be tons of scams going out now. Tons of them. That's
been known to happen a lot with MMOs, betas.
So just make sure it's an official email from ElderScrollsOnline.com, and they say not to click on any links that are within the email, but instead copy and paste them into your address bar and go through it that way.
Be very careful. You might wake up without a bed or a house or loved ones.
Wow.
Those beta scammers, man, they're ruthless.
They take everything. So, anyways, moving on. Our first question, if I can ever bring it up. Oh, I like this name, Fabio. Fabio, eh?
Fabio.
ShoddyCast. Wow, ShoddyCast.
Quick
question.
You know what we're
called,
I woke
up like an hour ago. Okay, I just now got my coffee.
Yeah,
here, wait.
Likely story.
Okay. Quick question. Your opinion.
I'm sure they appreciate
I still can't say
slurping.
it. Your opinion, really, on a Daedric Prince is questline. Would you like the possibility of siding with a single Daedric Prince in exchange for perks, skills unique to him in exchange for fulfilling his bidding in Tamriel and going against the other prince's minions and followers? I think it would be interesting to play and to see which prince is most worshipped by us mere mortals, haha. The quest would start after having done a minor quest for all the princes, so the player would have an idea of whom they were siding with. I personally could see an expansion for ESO focusing on this, but truth be told, I side with the Daedra too much, so my opinion is biased. What do you guys think? What do you think, Josh?
Well, we are known Daedra worshippers, so...
I do not meddle with those lower beings of Daedra. I worship Sithis himself.
Oh god.
Who brought about the Daedra. So, yeah, I kind of just bypass the crappy Daedrics. They're worthless. I just go straight to Sithis with my prayers.
Yeah, but Sithis, I don't know. He hasn't been doing much lately.
He's does got plenty.
In the Dark Brotherhood and stuff, but I mean, he's the Void. I don't think he's listening to you.
He does. Oh. You just wait when you get that black note in your bed, and you'll see.
Whatever. I'm always for my madman Sheagoreth, so you know where my allegiance lie, with the Mad God.
I do like his suit. He does have a nice suit.
He does wear a nice suit.
Kind of gives me like almost like a Two-Face slash Riddler vibe from Batman.
Very much. Anyway, the actual question, would we like a quest line based on the Daedric Princes? Well, I certainly hope they exist, and because that has been throughout the games one of the signatures for me. Stumbling across a shrine and doing their bidding has always been iconic for the Elder Scrolls.
For sure, there's bound to be quest lines having to do with the Daedric Princes, but I think the more, the better question, which he also refers to, is will we get, do we think we'll get like unique perks or skills for siding with a particular Daedric Prince? Which would be interesting.
I'm trying to think right now if Daedric Princes in the past have rewarded us with any perks or skills in the test games. I don't think they have, so this would be something for just ESO.
Well, I guess the only one that has is Nocturnal through the whole...
Oh, the Nightingale thing, so she would reward you with an
So that's the only one I can think of.
Yeah. I mean, when I think of the Daedric Princes, my mind immediately goes to their artifacts, not to any... There's no real perks that stick out in my mind that I have received.
But I do think it would be kind of interesting. Maybe like a buff or something, some passive thing. I don't know.
Yeah, what would be interesting is how would balance something like that, you know?
True.
So the Daedric quest lines would have to be like a requirement for people to really max out their character. Because then we have the problem where, what if you want to play as the good character, which I don't know why you would ever want to do that. But if you wanted to play as a quote-unquote good character, you might avoid the Daedric Princes, or at least the more evil Daedric Princes.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, like, well, then go with Azura or
yeah,
something.
I knew people were going to jump in and say, hey, they're not all evil. A lot of them are...
none of them are evil, but...
Yeah, because they have no mortal sense of, hey, we've been over this, man.
They were created to promote chaos.
I have Daedric overload right now from all
from
the
that
information.
lore video and everything?
Yeah, I'm Daedric out for the moment.
I don't want to talk about them anymore, so we won't. Moving on, next question from Carnage 2004, I'm assuming. Dear Radon and TK, oh, we haven't heard those names in a while. How do you think Tessa will implement potion usage? In past test games, you could pause and take mini potions or poison a weapon. Obviously, this will not work in an MMO. I see this as a big part of test games. Will Tesso have some sort of system to use potions and poisons instead of just having them take an ability slot? If they're limited to 5 slots, it could be problematic using potions. Also, you mentioned soul gems in a previous video, but blah blah blah. So the question is about potions. How will they implement it? First off, I'm sure we've mentioned this before, potions will have their own dedicated slot, so it's not going to take up any of your class skill slots.
Yes.
So that is not a worry. Now, about the whole potions and poisons, how will they be implemented in the game? We know that potions are indeed going to have a cooldown. So you're not going to be able to just spam heals constantly. Yeah, you're not going to be doing all that. I'm wondering if they'll actually make it like a cast time. Like you actually have to physically sit there and drink it. So that would make it a more tactic-based.
Because I was about to say, this is actually a thing I hope that they don't take the test route on. Because the best game I can think of potions that did potions correctly was The Witcher. You know, where you had to take potions before battle in preparation. You couldn't just be chugging potions mid-battle. I mean, what kind of RP is that? I love the hardcore Witcher approach to it, where you had to prepare before the battle, get your potions together then, because, yeah. And then the other thing is, okay, they're gonna have like cooldowns on these potions. I would like them to go about it in a more lore-friendly way, which would be neat if you had like, what was it The Witcher had? Like toxic levels? You could only take so many potions until your bar filled up and you were like basically intoxicated. I liked that sort of approach to it better. Would it be like a deal breaker for the game? No, but I think it would be cool because anyone who's played The Witcher knows they do potions in a very neat way. So
the only problem I see with the potions only being able to be taken outside of battle is that they won't really be like straight up heals you for 50 points or whatever. It'll have to be like increased regeneration or increases the pool of that stat. So like it may give you 50 extra points in the beginning of battle. So we wouldn't see any actual healing potions, which would be, you know, weird because every test game has had a healing potion, pretty much.
Yeah. I don't know, I've always felt like a cheat with potions in test games.
A bit.
Especially when, like, fighting in the Imperial Arena and stuff. Any guy, you could rule the world with potions, with health potions, you know? It's not really... So I do hope they kind of overhaul that system.
Yeah, a bit. What about poisons?
Poisons. You know, I haven't dabbled too much in poisons, have you?
Very rarely. I mean, if I happen to have one on my weapon and I just happen to see it there as I'm getting my ass whooped, I might throw it on there for a little extra damage or what have you.
How much information do we actually have about poisons? Are they going to be...
Slim to none.
I'm guessing they're going to be open to everyone.
I'm actually not sure if we are even going to have poisons. But I would assume we will, just because, you know, that's another thing that's been in most test games as well.
Yeah, no, I think they definitely will, and I think ZeniMax will be smart about it and won't go the route of other MMOs where poisons are restricted to the rogue class only. You know,
Most
poisons
likely not.
are going to be open to everyone, and yeah, I'm sure the people who are poison crazy will go batshit over that, like the Argonians out there. But
yeah, the only way I can see them doing it like class specific is if they were actually a skill. Like in Guild Wars 2, the Thief class had plenty of different poisons you can put on your blades and stuff. I know you were heavy into the poisons.
That was inherent with the skill.
Yeah, but I think they'll actually be physical, like, items in your inventory. I don't think you'll be able to slot them, probably, so you won't be able to put them in, like, your potion slot. I think instead you'll have to put them on, like, before you go into combat or something. I think they'll actually have a duration, unlike test games where it has, like, a single use. One slash, I think, and that's all you get out of a poison.
Yes.
I think it'll be more duration based, or like it'll say this is good for 5-10 hits or something.
Which is funny, it's like I coat my entire blade with this poison,
and I get one
hit on a bunny rabbit and it's all gone. That's it. The poison has been wiped clean. Yeah, I think they'll go the approach you mentioned though.
Duration. Yep. Moving on to Morris B. Do you think or know if there will be any neutral zones where the three alliances could exist without killing each other? I'm thinking this would be necessary if an arena would be implemented. And I'm not going to read all that. Also, would there be birth signs like in Oblivion? So, neutral zones.
Have we heard any mention of it at all?
No.
Okay, this is
like,
totally...
where would they be? They would have to be... I can't imagine them being in a PvP area, a neutral zone. So would they maybe be like, kind of like on the borderlines or something of alliances within the PvE area? I just don't know.
I'm trying to think of ways that these neutral zones would function, because I don't think they'll make a neutral zone for the sake of a neutral zone. I think they'll make it for the reason he's saying, like maybe an arena, or WoW had a neutral auction house that you could trade on.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So maybe it's almost like a lobby area.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow. Maybe adventure zones will be neutral.
Possibly. I have no idea, but...
I mean, because I would like to see some kind of existence of a nice little neutral zone where you can't just beat the tar out of someone else. Like, sure, there'll be conflicts and everything, and you probably still won't be able to talk to each other. But it would just be interesting to see the other people and be able to look at them without getting your face punched in.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying there. So maybe some race or like some nomadic or druid type faction will exist that will have this peaceful city where nobody can attack each other or it's considered a crime. I don't know. That'd be cool. If they can make it lore friendly and make it in a cool way, maybe there'll be this city that will exist where just everybody sits in a circle, sings Kumbaya.
So like the UN building or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Everyone fly their flags and stuff. Alright, and the other thing was about the birth signs in Oblivion. We are pretty sure there's not going to be the whole looking up at the stars type thing, picking out your birth signs, but there are going to be the whole Mundus stones, which are like the other stones you see in Skyrim, throughout Skyrim.
Yeah.
There'll be those, so you can go ahead and click on those however they implement it, and you'll get buffs from those. So that's what we know about that, and that will actually be it for us this day, this time.
Alright, sounds good. This has been the ShoddyCast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I have been Josh.
And I've been Kyle.
We'll catch you later.
Bye.